Okay, in this video we're going to look at the drawing of a square screw thread. It says that the given information is a profile of a single start right-hand square thread that shows the starting position and the end position. The complete core, they've also shown that. They ask you to do a right-hand direction, and they've asked for 2 turns. Very important, that 2 turn story. They say that the starting point, draw a scale 1:1 and a front view and top view of the square screw thread. Show the necessary construction and no hidden details required. Okay, they've shown the actual profile of the square screw thread, which you shouldn't actually ever be able to see when you're doing these drawings because, well, in real life you'll never really see the square profile of that square screw thread. It always has a starting position. I'm going to show you what their answer was. They've actually shown the square profile of the square over there, and they've also shown that, well, if I had hidden detail over here, I'd be able to see a square profile down at the bottom there as well. The answer shouldn't really look like that. Your answer should look more like this, where you can see the start of the screw thread basically being like a wedge, you could say, and the end also being a wedge. And that's more what we're going to aim at with this drawing. Right. They've asked you to do a right-hand direction, okay? And we're going to say that our starting point A is down at the bottom over here. There's starting point A at the bottom and starting at point 1. If my starting point is at the bottom, my numbering is going to go anti-clockwise for a right-hand square screw thread, okay, or right-hand helix, going anti-clockwise if the starting point is at the bottom and it's right-handed. Okay, let's have a look at the numbering on this story over here. When you're numbering from the bottom over there, remember we said that our start was at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going back to 1, okay? A lot of the textbooks, they go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then they have another 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I prefer just to start with 1 and end with 1. So I've still got my 12 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, that's 12 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, that's still 12 spaces again. Okay, right, let's just have a look and see where we're standing in this. If I'm looking at a third angle orthographic projection, I'm standing in between the 2 views, which means that I can see these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm going to come to my drawing over here and I'm going to draw that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting at 1, there's 1 linking up with that 1, there's 2 linking up with 2, there's 3 linking up with 3, and we're just going to continue. There's 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 1. 6 to 7, sorry, 6 to 7. You can see it over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Once I've got that, I'm going to then start with another set of numbers over here. Can you see this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going back to 1, okay? I'm going to be able to see the top of the next screw thread over here, starting at number 1. There's number 1, linking up with number 1. So 1, linking up with 1, going to 2, going to 3, going to 4, going to 5, going to 6, and going to 7. Right, once I've got that, well, I come back over here. This is my second turn. Okay, number 1, going to 2, going to 3, going to 4, going to 5, going to 6, going to 7. Okay, there's number 1 over there, starting with point number 1. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7. All right, Once I've got that, my next step that I always say is so important because it helps you to start recognizing what you're dealing with. That was the start of the screw thread. It's got a flat bottom over here. Draw that in. And come along here to this edge over here and draw that in. If that's the bottom of the screw thread, and this is the top of the screw thread, you can see that. Well, there needs to be a gap in between, so this is the edge of the sort of middle part of that story. And you can already see, you can see the little gaps. I'm just going to bring the answer across here. You can see that gap over there, that gap over there, that gap over there, and that gap over there. Do that to start with, so you get the stuff that you can see, all the 1 to 7, 1 to 7, 1 to 7, 1 to 7. All right, that's all the stuff that I can see. And from there, I can start looking at, well, what is it that I can see of the stuff that's going to start on the core. All right. I would start over here and I would say, all right, on the core, I've still got a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what have I done? There's number 4, number 5, 6, 7. I thought there was a mistake there. 8 over there, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You can see those points on the core. I normally don't write them in over there. I just use the numbers coming off the edge. I can see exactly where they are. Number 1 on the core. Well, number 1 on the core would be down here. Now, I can't see that because it's behind this solid piece of material over here. So I would have hidden detail going 1, 2, 3, going up to 4. Okay, there'd be hidden detail over there, but they haven't asked for hidden detail. But over here, I will be able to see from 4, 5, 6, and 7 coming out over here. So from there, 4, going to 5, going to 6, and going to 7. All right, there it is. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Linking up with those numbers over here, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the core. Just that little piece over there. I come up over here, and I'm going to have exactly the same thing happening on the top of this thread over here. There's number 4. There's number 4, going to 5, going to 6, going to 7. Let's draw that in. 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can see that little piece of the thread going in there. And see that little bit of thread against the core. And then on the top part of this thing, I'm going to be able to see a little piece of thread, which would be number 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you look at this, there's number 1 linked up over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Note 1, 2, 3, 4. Note the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Okay, and I can do the same thing over here. There's number 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, once I've got that in place, I can then say, well, I've definitely got my core in place. I can draw a little dark line going over there, and I can draw a dark line going over there, and I can draw a dark line going down there, and I can draw a dark line going down there. Once I've got that in place, well, you can see that I'm missing a little bit of detail over here for this back piece over here. There is going to be a little piece that you can see looking through this thing, going from 7 down to 6, down to 5, going to 4, but then it would be hidden detail going across there and I wouldn't be able to see any more of it. Same story over here, 7, 6, 5, going to 4. Okay, let's just draw that in a bit darker. There it is. Okay, and over here I would be able to see this little part over here, where it goes from 7 to 8, 9, going off to 10, but it would be hidden detail going off over there. 7, 8, 9, going off to 10 over there. And once you've done that, you have completed your square screw thread. Always place yourself in the picture, see what numbers you can see. Remember, you need to do the outside of the thread and you need to look at the core as well. Look at what numbers you're going to be able to see. Like over here, that would not be seen because I can't see the core part. It is covered over by the outside of the thread. Over here, I can see the core part because the thread is out of the way and I can see that core. Right, I hope that helped.